December 1st is going to be a big day for the entire crypto market, and we've got you covered. And I've got Ripple Labs XRP news, as well as some stellar Development Foundation XLM news. And Abreu left the Sox, joined Houston. What the hell is going on? Hot stove comments down below. And if you know what hot stove is, you better comment down below. I'm going to read them. Bitcoin sitting at 16,842, ETH 1267, XRP sitting just above 40 cents with XLM right now almost at that 9-cent mark. Would be good to break through that and create that as the new floor. Now, today's video is going to be all over the place. Lots of news. Let's get into it. Ripple leads $72 million round into crypto market maker Key Rock. All right, so now Ripple, like I said, they've got money, and now they've been public, right? They were interested in Celsius, interested in FTX. I mean, they've got money to spend. Well, of course they do. They've got tons of XRP locked up. But check it out. The firm also provides, and we're talking about Key Rock, market making proposition as a service to clients for a set monthly fee. This means providing liquidity to markets that are yet to reach trading volume sufficient to drive revenue for the market maker. And remember, we just learned that Coinbase Wallet is delisting XRP support for it. Why? Because of low volume of usage on there, right? And Coinbase is screwed financially. But now what about ApeCoin? Oh, everyone, I've got a series of tweets and stuff for you. Yeah, they're selling. Is ApeCoin Treasury cashing out roughly 4.6 million ape sold overnight? Listen, there's like no crypto company. Seriously, I could probably count on my hand. Maybe even a few fingers on my hand. How many cryptos out there make enough money to actually fund daily operations by that without selling their tokens? All right, these companies are doing it all left and right. Everyone out there, Stellar Development, you got Ripple Labs doing it, you know, ApeCoin is, they're all doing it because no one right now is making money, enough money on their own revenue wise so that they don't have to tap into their token reserves. That's why you see more of these things going out onto the open market and being sold at exchanges. So when you look at all these tweets in here, yeah, of course they're selling. How else are they going to keep the lights on? That's all of crypto. All right, let's get into SEC versus Ripple. Regardless of the decision, company goes on, says public policy. Susan Friedman, I told you this is a juicy XRP Ripple Lab. Stellar, oh, Stellar's coming up. Don't worry, everyone. It's a great video. All right, but here's the deal. No matter what happens, all right, let's say they're found in security, they're in trouble, blah, blah. No matter what happens, let's say it gets restricted to the United States. United States investors, listen up. You could still get involved with this. How? Because once they said, this is, Brad Garlinghouse has talked about this. He said, once this whole lawsuit is over, we want to take the company public. That would be great because then you could actually invest in Ripple Labs derivative products through the stock market. You're going to have a lot more options that are safer. You're going to have way better funded exchanges, so you don't have to worry about liquidity problems or being rugged or anything like that, or your funds being locked up. That would be another way, a little bit low risk, you know, and lesser risk, let's be honest here. But also, I wouldn't see the rewards as big, or would it be on an IPO play? You see my point? There's going to be so many different ways that Ripple Labs and XRP can thrive outside of the United States. And hey, if you still want to partake in XRP, right, even like I said, worst case scenario happens, get an anonymizer, run it with a VPN, all right, make your location somewhere else, set up a wallet somewhere else, all right, you get my drift. It's not that hard. We can find ways. But now let's go on to why December 1st is so big. It's not FUD. Why? Oh man, the Ag Committee is out there and they want some answers. Why Congress needs to act. Lessons learned from the FTX collapse. That is Thursday, December 1st at 10 a.m. We're going to be live streaming the whole thing. So far, they only have one person listed. I'm very curious to see who they're going to draw up other than this. But they have one person that's the head of the CFTC, Rustin Benham. We've seen him before. You're going to see this, all right? Now, remember, CFTC, we're looking more like Bitcoin, Ethereum, kind of taking on the commodity action. Now, remember, Ethereum looking a little bit more like a security type thing. Yeah, why? Because they're not as decentralized. So, whole thing, you guys we've gone over this before. But right there, he's sitting there, and he's going to be talking a lot about Bitcoin. He's going to be talking a lot about crypto, big market stuff, and how we can protect ourselves going forward. This is where the government overreach is going to start because, remember, we have executive order action coming up on December 13th. 13th. All right, so Stellar is still moving ahead, and I like to see it. Why? They've added a board member, everyone. Here we go. Ginger Baker is now welcome to the Stellar Development Foundation team. She was the head of, or is the head of financial access at Plaid and is now on the board of directors. I have that announcement here because, as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. So no, not FUD, it is facts. All right, so in a role at Plaid, the data network that powers the digital financial ecosystem, Baker oversees the products and partnerships that enable consumers to safely and simply access their financial data. All right, so this is actually what Stellar needs, right? When you think of how you want the whole project and the ecosystem and all this, right, adding a board member that has this kind of experience, this level of experience, just bolsters their reach, right, through potential partnerships, right? You could understand where that could come into play here, but also with the knowledge base and industry backing. I mean, it's really important. With coverage across 12,000 institutions, including Fortune 500 companies and the largest banks, Plaid offers connectivity to 7,000 apps and services. Like I said, Stellar ecosystem. Now, what do we got? Well, we're going to talk about Stellar usage in Latin America, all right? Now, again, this is an interesting article here. You're welcome to read the whole thing, but I want to bring on something here that's a little bit deeper than this. And in the article, they talk about, let's just go big screen. So in the article, they're talking about Stellar and the emerging technology and stuff in Latin America and all of these developing nations out there. And that's something that we have to really keep in mind as we assess the growth rate and the timeline of stuff related to Stellar products. The internet is becoming more and more accessible to more developing countries, more areas of these developing countries, not only limited to their big city hubs, but now starting to spread further out. So as this internet infrastructure starts to build, the access and ability to Stellar crypto-based products starts increasing because the technology is allowing the access and the usage of that. See, we take that kind of stuff for granted here in the Western world. Well, kind of, all right? So I've lived rurally, like almost like the last 10, 12 years. About 12 years or so. I've lived like super rurally. I love it, okay? The problem is communities by me are struggling for internet, okay? My brother lives in an area where he's had DSL, that's it, and crap DSL, all right? And he just now got high speed. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. This is rural problems right there. So even think of him like trying to stream, trying to game, and again, I know first world problems, I get it. But it's the idea that even in the United States, we have places where it's internet lacking. He has problem running an anonymizer and VPN. It's so slow, it bogs down so nasty, it's crazy. So you can see that, yes, as the internet, right, and as the technology infrastructure builds, so will the utilization, the ability to utilize products on the Stellar blockchain. So the growth of Stellar also follows the growth curve of technology infrastructure development and expansion. And we're seeing a massive expansion of that in the Latin American quarter. You're seeing way more access for that. In fact, we're seeing a lot more remote access in terms of people using cellular signals, pumping 4G into places, giving hubs, which is amazing. That is an awesome rural way of doing it without creating a huge actual ground infrastructure system. So good stuff seeing out there. So remember, the growth of Stellar is also based on the growth of technology availability. Thank you very much for watching this deeper look at the crypto market out there. We had December 1st action, we had Ripple Labs action, Stellar Development Foundation action, a lot of good stuff. So check out this video if you want to learn even more and get even deeper in the crypto world. Until then, I'll catch you cool cats later, but remember, December 1st, we're going to be live streaming.